see the holy ground once more.
Fine girl you are!
The girl I do adore, and still I live in hope to see the holy ground once more.
And now the storm is over, and we are safe and well. Oh, we'll go into a public house and we'll sit and drink like hell. We'll drink strong ales and porter and make the rafters roar. And when our money is all spent, we'll go to sea once more.
Fine girl you are!
The girl I do adore, and still I live in hope to see the holy ground once more.
Fine girl you are!
Oh, thank you. Hello and welcome to Ryan's Fancy. Well, now that song, The Holy Ground, expresses one of the fondest wishes of any man who has sailed the foreign seas. And the man who is our guest tonight is one of these sailors. His name is Mac Masters, and he's from Placentia Bay in Newfoundland. And Mac has been a man of song and a man of the sea all his life. We're going to visit with him in Placentia Bay, and we're going to recall those days of wooden ships and ardent men. So we'll see you in Placentia Bay in 2 minutes.
The days are long gone when men from Newfoundland sailed to the fishing grounds in wooden vessels or took their schooners loaded down with salt fish to distant ports across the sea. The Bruce here was a banking schooner in those days, and like most of her kind, she's lying high and dry now, perhaps never to sail again. Although most of the boats are gone, some of the men who sailed them are still around. Mac Masters is one of these men, and we've come here to Arnold's Cove in Placentia Bay in Newfoundland to spend some time with him. We're looking forward to hearing some of his songs and listening to him recall some of the experiences he had back in the days of wooden ships and iron men.
Well, there's some that bound for New York town, and there's some that bound for France.
Leave away, me Johnny, leave away.
And there's some that bound for the Bengal Bay to teach them whales that dance.
Leave away, me Johnny boy, we're all bound to go.
Now the pilot, he is waiting for the turning of the tide.
Leave away, me Johnny, leave away.
And then me boys will be gone again with a good and a westerly wine.
Leave away, me Johnny boy, we're all bound to go.
Come all you hard-working sailor lads who around the Horn have stormed.
Leave away, me Johnny, leave away.
Be sure of your boats and your oilskin, or you'll wish you never was born.
Leave away, me Johnny boy, we're all bound to go.
Farewell to you, you Kingston girls, farewell to St. Andrew's Dock.
Leave away, me Johnny, leave away.
And if ever we return again, we'll make your cradle rock.
Leave away, me Johnny boy, we're all bound to go. Leave away, me Johnny boy, we're all bound to go.
Mac Masters, you're one of the old-timers, and you've spent
most of your life at sea. When did you become a man and join that gallant band of sailors?
When did I become a man? When did I think I was a man? Perhaps would be the better word
Sure.
for it. I think when I thought I was a man, I was, I guess, about 13 years old. And I could chew tobacco. And I could swear. And I thought if I got aboard of a boat then, and perhaps it'd be with me, and I thought I'd be a man, and I thought I was a man, and that's when I started.
Was that the first time you went to sea?
Yeah, I started with my father. He had little Jack, and there were three men in there, and I started with my father, and I was going to make my own living, and he wouldn't allow me to smoke or chew tobacco or whatnot, but when I come to make my own living, I could do, I suppose, as I wish in regards to this, and not now that I didn't disobey my father. I had to obey him. I was strict then, but I took a man's place. There's one way to look at it. Well, Newfoundland is an island. Whatever we wanted had to come from what we call the mainland, the Canada, the States, and we were a fishing province, and our fish had to be exported across the Atlantic, and salt had to come back. And this was the only way to get it back, through the vessels, saying through men to man those vessels and go on the ocean. And what would we say, perhaps face the dangers of the sea. And I don't think there's many of us took the danger of the sea very serious. I think we thought we were just battling with the sea, well, perhaps fighting the waves, and I think we were important. And we did feel proud of what we were doing, and perhaps we'll say we were keeping the lifeline open for Newfoundland, bringing in produce and whatnot, and what people wanted, and I don't know, I took pride in it. I don't know who else did, but I took a lot of pride in that. I wanted to go on the water, and I went on the water, and well, I got no regrets, to tell the truth. I thought I spent a good life.
I think you did, and you're still leading a good life.
I might have had dangerous nights at sea. Yeah, I know I did. We were in danger lots of times and whatnot, and didn't know perhaps when the end was, but perhaps that's in every period of life. If you got in a car day, you don't know when you're getting out of it, do you?
What, as you said before, when your time is up, there's nothing you can do about it anyway.
Nothing you can do. I always thought when you pull the string, I'm going.
What about nowadays, Mac? The old songs that you love and the music. Do you think that the young Newfoundland people are beginning to appreciate it again?
I think they will. I don't think they appreciate it too much as yet, but I think the day will come when they'll be glad to have those old Newfoundland songs and whatnot about saying one thing and another. And I do hope. I hope they'll be there for them to get. And that's why even with Wilfred Wham, I ever sang my song for Wilfred and they taped them off, and several have asked me to sing a song, and I sang them from the taping because I'd be very happy when I was going if I thought that someone had my songs to use them and to sing them when I'm dead and gone.
Mac Masters was raised in the Outport community of Harbour Buffet. In the mid-1960s, the Newfoundland government resettled the residents of Harbour Buffet and many other Placentia Bay communities into what they called growth centres, places that were easier to get to and easier to administer. Mac, along with many of his friends, moved to the growth centre of Arnold's Cove. When he's not at sea, you can usually find him at home in his kitchen singing a song or yarning with friends. Over the years, he has commanded the respect of a number of younger people, like Linda Slade and the Wareham brothers, who will drop by to say hello and perhaps learn an old song or recitation. They might even teach Mac one that he hasn't heard. This exchange is part of his wish to leave something of himself behind when that last string is pulled.
We're here in McMaster's kitchen in Arnold's Cove, Newfoundland. Baxter, where did you get that tune?
Well, that tune came from a sailor on a Norwegian vessel that came into Harbour of Offa to take salt fish to bring back home.
Mac, you must have picked up some songs in your travels.
Yes, I've picked up several, yeah.
Could you possibly do one for us now?
Okay.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know, I'll sing Jackie.
Go ahead, take him away.
Now Jack was walking London City when he heard the squire and Nancy pretty. Oh, Jackie here loved Nancy say the squire was her that night would lay. Fall the down little arrow right, fall the arrow dee. Now tie a string on my little finger. I'll hang it through my bedroom window. No, you come there to pull the string, I'll be down to let you in. Fall down, little arrow, right, fall arrow dee. Well, now, says Jack, and I adventure to pull that string from Nancy's window. Oh, Jack went there to pull the string, she come down, she let him in. Fall the little arrow, right, fall the arrow dee. Jack spent that night with a lovely Nancy, and he tickled her just to her fancy. He stayed with her all that long night till it broke into broad daylight. Fall down, little arrow, right, fall the arrow dee. Since you've got above my garter, no other man will follow after. I love you, Jack, as I love my life. I'll be your sweet, charming wife. Fall down, little arrow, right, fall the arrow dee. Now when the squire come to remember about that string from Nancy's window, the squire went there to pull the string, my brave Jackie had pulled in. Fall down, little arrow, right, fall the arrow dee. Now Jack got married to a lovely Nancy, and he dressed her up in silk so fancy. We wish them joy throughout their lives, Jack and his young charming wife. Fall down, little arrow, right, fall the arrow dee.
Linda, I think it's about time we had a song from you.
Okay, this is one I learned from my mother. It's called Long Years Ago.
Who cares?
Long years ago when I was young, the flowers they bloomed and the birds they sung. The sailor lad and his lovely bride were weeping by the ocean tide. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sailor lad and his lovely bride were weeping by the ocean tide. It's scarce 6 months since we were wed, and oh, how fast the time has fled. But we must part at the dawning of the day when the good ship bears my love away. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. But we must part at the dawning of the day when the good ship bears my love away. Long years have passed and they come no more to greet her bride on a lonely shore. The ship went down in the howling of the storm, and the waves engulfed his lifeless form. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. The ship went down in the howling of the storm, and the waves engulfed his lifeless form. I wish that I was sleeping too, beneath the waves of the ocean blue. My soul to my God and my body to the sea, and the dark blue waves are rolling over me. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. My soul to my God and my body to the sea, and the dark blue waves are rolling over me.
Look here, Linda.
Well, Baxter, boys, come around to your time again, so haul her out and let her go.
Okay, I'll do what they call Max tunes, what we call back home Mac Masters tunes.
When first I landed in Liverpool, I went out on the spree. Me money, alas, I spent it fast, but drunk as drunk could be. And when me money was all gone, well then that I looked for more. So a man must be blind to make up his mind to go to sea once more. Once more, boys, once more, go to sea once more. Oh, a man must be blind to make up his mind and go to sea once more. That night I slept with Angeline, too drunk to roll in bed. Me clothes were new, me money too. Next morning with them she fled. As daily I walked the streets around, you could hear the people roar. Ah, there goes Jack Pratt, the old sailor lad, he must go to sea once more. Once more, boys, once more, go to sea once more. Ah, there goes Jack Pratt, the old sailor lad, he must go to sea once more. Well, he shipped me on board of a whaling ship, bound for the Arctic Sea. Oh, the wintry winds from west northwest, Jamaica rum would breeze. With a 20-foot oar on each man's hand, now we plough the lifelong day. So it was then that I swore, when once down the shore, that I'd go to sea no more. No more, boys, no more, go to sea no more. So it was then that I swore, when once down the shore, that I'd go to sea no more. So come all ye bound, seafaring men, what just listening to me song. And I hope in what I've said to you that you won't find nothing wrong. Oh, take my advice, don't drink strong beer or go sleeping on dirty old floors. Get married instead and spend all night in bed and go to sea no more. No more, boys, no more. Go to sea no more. Get married instead and spend all night in bed and go to sea no more. Get married instead and spend all night in bed and go to sea no more.
Thank you and welcome back. Before we do one more song, we'd like to thank our guest Mac Masters for his stories and songs and for the Iron Man that he is. Thanks also to Linda Slade and Baxter Wareham, and of course to the man that owned the boat, Freeman Gilbert. So throw back your head and join us in that famous Placentia Bay song, We'll Rant and We'll Roar Like True Newfoundlanders. See you next week.
We'll rant and we'll roar like true Newfoundlanders. We'll rant and we'll roar on deck and below until we see possible by a little Duncan. Well, straight through the Seattle to Ottawa we'll go. I'm the son of a sea cook and a cook and a trader. I can dance, I can sing, I can read the rainbow. I can hand a jigger and I cut the fine figure. Whenever I get in a boat and row, we dance and we roll like a Newfoundlander. We dance and we roll and they can be low until we see bottom inside a little Duncan. Well, straight through the Seattle to Ottawa we'll go. If the voyages go, then this fall I will do it. I want a fountain for a ring and a breeze, and a couple of dollars for clean shirts and collars, and a handful of coppers to make up the fees. We'll rant and we'll roar like true Newfoundlanders. We'll rant and we'll roar on deck and below.
Don't touch that dial. Next on Rewind, Ryan Strancy take us up the Churchill River and Labrador to meet trappers and their wives for Songs of the Hunt.